Welcome to HomeFront SitRep. I hope you're in for a great show today because I'm just a veteran talking about what's on my mind and maybe yours.
You can find HomeFront SitRep on Apple, Amazon, Spotify, or wherever you find your favorite podcasts. You can also check out HomeFront SitRep's YouTube channel.
Buckle up, the show is starting.
Serve just great sacrifice and a whole lot of nerve. From small town shops to a helping hand, we're lifting each other, yeah, that's the plan. No red tape, no filter, no disguise. Just truth in the fire behind our eyes. This is HomeFront SitRep. Hear the call, where the real ones rise and the fallen stand tall. Every voice matters, every story's legit. We're family here. This is HomeFront SitRep. From the shadows to the spotlight we step. Yeah, this is HomeFront SitRep. From the scars we carry to the lives we reveal. From the weight of silence to the strength of will. Non-profits grinding, boots on the street. No headlines chasing, just mission complete. Veteran alone, still chasing the dream. From a mic to a message, we're building a team. Creators and fighters, yeah, we all belong. Turn the pain into purpose, turn the hurt into song. No politics, no games, no divide. Just warriors standing side by side. This is HomeFront SitRep. Hear the call, where the real ones rise and the fallen stand tall. Every voice matters, every story's legit. We're family here. This is HomeFront SitRep. From the shadows to the spotlight we step. Yeah, this is HomeFront SitRep. But we don't forget, we don't walk away. We carry each other through every day. From combat boots to a boss to a seat, still standing tall, still hard to defeat. Real stories, real impact, real people. This ain't just a podcast. This is a movement. This is HomeFront SitRep. Loud and clear, for the ones still fighting year after year. Every voice matters, every story's legit. We're family here. This is HomeFront SitRep. Yeah, we rise, we grind, no regret. Welcome to HomeFront SitRep.
Welcome, everybody, to a Monday edition of HomeFront SitRep. How is everybody doing? Gunny, how are you, sir?
Tired. Dog ass tired, man. It's a long weekend. It's a fun, fulfilling weekend, but it's a long weekend, man. We took off and went to Jersey Friday morning. I left here 4:30 in the morning Friday. Had to detour to Dayton and then took off over to Jersey. And then we got there probably around 3, checked into the hotel, went and had dinner, then captain's meeting, boat assignments, and then some other stuff ensued at the host house. And then woke up not early on Saturday. We had, 6 and 8 foot seas. So our boat and one other boat were the only two that went out offshore, if you will. I mean, we only went out 20, 22 miles and then came back in, tried to get some of the bluefin, and just, even with the Seakeeper, it was a little rough. And then But we ended up with 35 fish, ended up with a nice little most fish caught trophy.
Nice.
With my boat captains and the rest of the crew that we had with us. And then woke up yesterday morning and started the trek back. So I didn't get home until 7:30 last night. So, I'm glad we didn't have a show because I would have had to join in halfway through or maybe even later after we got unpacked and everything. But no, it was a great weekend. I can't thank the Ruin family enough and everything that they do and, the operations tight lines and allowing me to bring, guys and gals in for the past 4 years. So yeah, it's
Heck
a
yeah.
it's a great event. I think there were 53 of us fishing this year. So it was a good
53?
time. 53, yeah.
Holy cow, man. Your weekend was pretty eventful. Mine was too. So this weekend, Lowe graduated. So on Saturday morning, we got up at 08. We had to be at Broadbent Arena at 1000. And then, of course, the graduation didn't start till a little after 11, but students had to be there early.
Yeah.
So we got done with that. We went out to lunch, had to rush home to get Grace to work. She had to be at work at 4. After that, we kind of had a chill night. Then they had project graduation that night. So Julie and everybody had to be there to set up at 10:45. Kids start showing up at 11:30. Now they had over $40,000 in gifts for these kids. So
Wow.
it was, man, I tell you what, when we loaded that trailer up, it was crazy packed. And he had a 24-foot enclosed trailer. I mean, they had refrigerators, they had TVs, they had now of course every kid didn't get a TV, every kid didn't get a
Yeah.
refrigerator, but out of all the money that was raised, they spent a little over 40 grand in gifts. Um, and they had so the class is over 400 strong in the class, but only 230 of them decided they were going to go to project graduation. And so they had a gift for every kid that's registered, plus gifts for the guests of the ones that are coming. So I stayed up there until about 12:30, 1 o'clock. And I was like, all right, time for me to go home. I was like, deuces. So I got home about 11:30 or 1:30. And I texted Julie, said, all right, I'm home. I'll see you in the morning. So she left there about little after 6, about 6:30 ish. She didn't get home till about 7 a.m. that morning. So she came home. She slept for a little while. And then we got up and we went to grad party after grad party. And then, man, I tell you what, it doesn't slow down because next weekend we have 7 of them in one day. And it's just like, holy cow, bro. Why does she gotta be so popular?
Right. What are you
You
just gonna
know,
spend like 10 minutes at each one?
I guess. I told Julie, I said, I'm only going to a few of them. I said, I ain't going to every one of them. I said, my nerves are gonna be shot.
Yeah, no doubt.
I'm not gonna do that. So I'll go to the ones that I consider my adopted children, but not the
Yeah.
extended. So yeah, and then of course we got our shirts in. As you can see, I got them all stacked right here. I'm wearing
Dude,
one.
mine are in
Gunny's.
the wash except for this one and Be
Yeah.
Someone Stranger. I wore them this weekend. Friday on the drive, I wore the red shirt. So mine's black with the red writing. And I cannot tell you how many guys and gals, where'd you get that shirt? Where'd you guys like? Well, it's our own brand, and they just hit, for order online this week, and everybody was like, "Damn, cool, that's awesome." And then Saturday, I wore the HomeFront shirt. Yeah, man.
Yeah, this one here. Gunny and I designed this over, I don't know how many nights we worked on the design, but we wanted something that encompassed,
That's what you did there.
because we got veterans deployed everywhere, or we got service members deployed everywhere. That's why we did the compass. Of course, it's distressed. Remember, everyone deployed, and then you got the red there with the silhouette. I got the HomeFront SitRep logo on this sleeve, American flag on this sleeve, and then on the back, you got the red in big letters. I tell you what, out of the shirts that we designed, I think that one's kind of my favorite. Um, Of course, I love this one, Be Someone Stranger. It's something that we talk about all the time here on
Yeah.
HomeFront SitRep, Be Someone Stranger. Um, You're Not Alone is I like them all. I mean, I can't compete.
I wore that one yesterday, and I was hoping there was gonna be a show, but, it is what it is. I mean, I've got the
The
it is grammatically correct, but usually not for English speakers, but the spice pineapple, thoughts and joy into people's lives since 1918. Little play on the old pineapple grenade there.
yeah.
I was gonna pick up well, I had to go grocery shopping today. I was gonna pick up a pineapple and hold it in each arm, but then, there's a certain demographic that might have thought something different, so I just left that one go and just wore my shirt today. So we'll just leave that there and just move on. But yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah, yeah. You never know, but a good thing is it's not upside down. That's when you
that's
gotta
it too.
worry.
Yeah, that's it too.
So if somebody's holding you up by your feet, then you gotta worry.
Yeah, and then I just take the shirt off at that time. But then of course I come home. We had Kara at Elite Engraving. I had her do a ton of hats for me. And then, when we had her on the show, after the show, I was like, "Hey, can you get this in purple?" And man, I tell you, this right here, matter of fact, I'll show it's better on the koozie.
Oh, you got a koozie here, I'm gonna go full screen with that. Hold on, let me get you
Yeah, I
full
mean, my
screen.
light's kind of bright, so it fades it up, but it's a carbon fiber kind of
Yeah,
look
I
to
love
it
it.
with a black underlay. And, just because words on a cruise, what we represent, and bringing Purple Heart recipients in to the cruise with their caregiver or a loved one, whatever. But that purple, man, on that black, woo! I think this is my new favorite hat. I mean, I put it out there on Facebook yesterday, but I mean, I like my team. I mean, I've got them all sitting right here, but my team Fast Tracks hat with the black carbon fiber. I mean,
Mhm.
obviously, our hat with the red carbon fiber, but this one right here, man, I tell you, I might
Yeah,
have to order 2 or 3 more because these are gonna get wore out quick.
yeah, the purple, I think the purple just sets it off,
It
and
does, it pulls it
and
in.
and it, it has significance. I mean, with Purple Heart veterans that go on Warrior Honor Cruise, I mean, it's amazing. So
Yep, and then I also came back to a gift from our friend Adam Bird. Matter of fact, it's
you got it up there already?
right. Dang it. What kind of question is that? Dude, I shifted stuff around real quick when I got home, but it's sitting
Yeah.
right there. I can't thank Adam enough for that. There will be a package coming in the mail for you this week or next week whenever I can get back out to the post office. But yeah, greatly appreciate everything Adam does for us here at HomeFront SitRep, and love the partnership for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, I got the coin in the mail, and I was like, oh, which I knew it was coming because he had talked to me about it. Because I sent him a HomeFront SitRep coin a while back, and then he's like, man, I gotta get some new coins made. And I said, don't worry about it. I said, whenever you get one, just send it my way. And he messaged me the other day, said, hey, you got a package on en route. Then he asked for your address, so I knew you had one coming too. And man, I love this coin. It's an amazing design.
Yeah.
And it's just like cool. It's like
I mean,
so
obviously we like the rectangle one anyway, right? I mean,
yeah,
ours is rectangle. Where is it? I got to turn around. I can't see where I'm at here.
it's
Duh.
there somewhere.
Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, yeah,
Two down from the Misfits.
yep,
But yeah, that one right there obviously is rectangle, right? Business card ish. But yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
man,
like
I'm
it.
excited, and to have that here and be shown every week while we're on the show, right here behind me, even though the light friggin' fades out everything behind
I
me and
know
moves
it's
half the
super
time.
bright.
Well, dude, it's the ring light, it's this light, I mean, I gotta figure maybe I get something coming from the sides and it
Yeah,
won't
you need some
burn
side
out.
light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I just
So
go completely dark and let the computer fix itself. This thing, I can't figure out how to shut that auto dim, auto bright off.
well,
It pisses me
I
off
just
so
need to give
bad.
you one of these other webcams that I have so you can use it instead of the one that's built into the computer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So once we get back together, I'll have to
Well,
give
the
you
good
one of
thing
those.
was the one built in the computer, I just push it down and it goes away back into the computer, I don't have to worry about taking it off
Yeah.
and, you know, putting tape
Well,
over it
I
when I'm
need to
not on
get
the
you one
show.
like this one so that way when you
No,
move
we're
it.
not auto tracking. That shit, man, that stuff does that to you all the time, and it zooms way in, or you move and it moves with you. I'm just like, man. But yeah, no. But no, I
So
had a great week, and came home to that, and now I'm home until I think next Saturday, I'll take off to Philly. We jump Independence Hall on Sunday, so the 14th. So Army birthday and Flag Day. I'll be back in Philly, and then I'm home for 2 days, and then I'm gone for 10. So here in a couple weeks, you will not have me for.
I know you'll
Uh,
be. I'm jelly where you're going.
yeah, man, you won't have me for that weekend or for Tip of the Spear this
Yeah.
month. So
Well, and then I'm going on vacation at the end of the month. So,
yeah,
but we still got some episodes scheduled. I don't have any for the week. So I think we're leaving on the 26th. I have to look back. I think we're leaving on the 26th. So we won't have any for that weekend. And then the following weekend, which is like the July 4th weekend,
yeah.
because we don't come back till the 5th.
Well,
So we won't.
I'm in friggin' Dubuque, Iowa
Nice.
for a 3-day, 6 location or 5 locations, 7 jump show. We got 2 shows in Illinois, and then the rest is over in Iowa. But yeah, it's
Nice. So I threw the
pretty good
link in chat there. If you want to go to our website, HomeFrontSitRep.com, click on the merch link on the upper right-hand side, and you can see all of our shirts listed there. The Marine It Down, the Homefront SitRep shirt, the Spicy Pineapple, You're Not Alone, Be Someone Stranger, and also our Red Friday shirt. So you go check out HomeFrontSitRep.com to get that.
Yep.
But speaking of Adam Bird, tonight's guest was introduced to me by Adam Bird. So I'm super excited to talk about her, even though she's a Navy vet. We won't hold that against her. We won't hold that
We
against her.
love our Uber. I mean, come on now.
So this is Trish Leto. She is a Navy veteran entrepreneur, speaker, and digital marketing strategist. We're going to bring her on, and she's going to talk about what she's doing. From her time in the Navy, her transition out, and then what she's doing now. I mean, if you go follow her on all of her social media platforms, she does some amazing stuff. So, you ready to bring her up?
Yeah, I mean, we've been 18 minutes, so yeah, we
Uh-oh.
absolutely need to bring her in and give her time for sure.
Yeah, let's do it. Welcome to the show, Miss Trish. How are you?
Well, howdy, fellas. How the hell are you? Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, you are very welcome. We want to say thank you for taking time out of your busy time schedule, because I know you're moving, and to come hang out with us here at Homefront SitRep. So we want to say thank you from the bottom of our hearts. Do me a favor and introduce yourself to the world of Homefront SitRep, if you don't mind.
No, not at all. Hi, I'm Trish Leto. It's a pleasure to meet everybody who's following and watching, whether you're live or you're watching the replay or catching the podcast or catching it any which way, but backwards, probably. I want to just take this very quick moment and say from my heart and from my words, thank you to Mr. Adam Bird. Mr. Adam Bird's name has been spoken from me many, many times in the last few weeks, because that man just doesn't know how to stop spreading my name all over the universe. So I'm very grateful to him. Massive hat tip to him for so many things. He is a blessing, and I think everybody's life who he touches, and I'm very grateful for him and his friendship. So hi, I'm Trish.
So tell us a little bit about your Navy career, if you don't mind.
No, not at all. So I went into the Navy in August of 96. Actually, yeah, August of 96, right after I graduated high school. And I got up to Great Lakes, Illinois, which was where I passed and reviewed, and coincidentally, in almost the exact same spot that my dad passed and reviewed when he was in the Navy many, many, many moons ago. He is 83 actually this week. So happy birthday to my dad, and thank you for your service, Dad. He can hear me. He's in the other room. I'm staying at their house this weekend because I'm moving.
If he has his ears in, he might be able to hear you.
What's that?
I said if he has his ears in, he might be able to hear you.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my God, I know. Seriously. I just monitor just fell on my desk. That's fun. That just happened. We're good though, and nothing's broken, thank God. So anything can happen on a live stream. That
Definitely.
just happened. Um, so I went in the Navy in '96. I got to Great Lakes, pass reviewed there, and then I got stationed in Norfolk at the main. I can't even believe it. Naval Air Station. It was NAS Norfolk, and it was HC6. And it was I was a helicopter mechanic. I did mostly airframes and structural repair. And it was a lot of fun. I actually really enjoyed my time. I was a plane captain. I got my LSC. I was a landing signalman enlisted, one of those people out on the flight decks of the ship that were bringing in the choppers, all that. Yeah, I did all that, and a plane captain. And I spent my first cruise, I spent most of the time, actually all 6 months I spent in the Mediterranean, which was phenomenal. And I served during peacetime. Thank God. Thank God. It was right after, I think, what was it? The Persian Gulf War. That was before '96, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I got over there after that, thankfully. And had a phenomenal time. Did a lot of flight rep, and I was on aircraft, not an aircraft carrier, but I was in the JFK battle group, my second cruise, but I was on oilers. So we'd go line up right next to the air any other ship really, but we get alongside those aircraft carriers, man. Those things, I mean, if you've never been alongside an aircraft carrier, you're missing out, man. That is one of the coolest freaking things I got to do when I was in the Navy. Not I wasn't on one, but coming up next to one, it really is a city on the water, man. It's so
Yeah.
damn cool. And I remember there was one day it was like a day at sea, and we weren't working. It was like a beach day kind of, you turn it into a steel beach, right? And the aircraft carrier, one of the pilots asked for permission to do a flyby,
Mm.
and it was an F-14. So they got permission from the tower, and they flew by, and we played the Top Gun theme song as he flew by. It was so freaking cool.
Heck yeah.
I bet that was fun.
So yeah, that about encompasses my time. I was covered. You know what? I'll tell you what. I was covered in jet fuel and hydraulic fluid, and I was a grease monkey for 4 years, and then I got out. And I'll tell you, I couldn't find a job for like 7 months. Nobody would hire me.
Mm.
Nobody would hire me. We talk about that whole veteran transition. I think it's really so important to share that part of it, because people don't realize how hard it can be. If you were in a lifer, if you did 4 years or 8 years and you get out, um, your resume is just, hey, you did a bunch of stuff in the government, but how does that pertain to the civilian sector, right? At least that's how
Yeah.
it was for me when I got out in August of 2000. And so I stumbled into the mortgage industry. I don't even know. It's crazy how I got into it. And that's been my career for 25 years, but I've also been laid off in the mortgage industry a couple times. So that's what got me into being extremely curious and about the diversity available in income streams from the internet, right?
Mm.
And how much we can layer our digital assets and offers, and how our community and the breadth and depth of our community can be so robust. It's incredible. So that's kind of where I'm at today. I've taken 13 years to do it, but I've got an incredible community. I got brothers and sisters who just wrap their arms around me and show me love and respect and support and motivate me and light a fire under my ass when I need it. And remind me that I have something to bring to the table, right? Because I think
Yeah.
that imposter syndrome piece, especially in this digital era that we're in, um, people look at themselves and say, "Well, everybody, all these other people are doing all this stuff. I can't do it." There's nothing stopping you but air, and that's
Yeah.
what I pretty much tell
And
anybody.
yourself.
Right, right. The smoke that you're blowing up your own ass, right? It's stupid.
Yeah.
So yeah, but anyway, so that's where I'm at. So I feel like I've just been kind of rambling. I apologize. Ask any
No, no,
questions that you
you're
have.
no,
No,
you're
I'm good.
good.
Okay.
So that's kind of what we do with the podcast is we let you talk, and then we'll
Mhm.
formulate questions, as you're speaking. So
Okay.
you joined in August of 2000. Gunny
No, I
and I
got out in August of 2000.
or
You're
I
out in
mean not 2000, 96. Sorry.
Yep.
96. So Gunny and I joined the Marines in June of 97.
Oh, okay.
So we were kind of in the military at the same time. Now I got out the first time out of the Marine Corps in 2001. August of 2001 is when I got out. I had the pleasure of being on 3 ships while I was in the Fort McHenry, the Kearsarge, and the USS Nassau were the 3 ships.
I was on the same battle group as a Kearsarge.
Nice.
My
So
first cruise, I think it was. Yeah, that was a freaking great ship, man.
So we
I think
went.
just got back.
Just got back.
Yeah, last week.
So we went on the Kearsarge. We go from Norfolk. Is that where we went to and got on the Kearsarge?
Wait, was that a USNS?
Elizabeth City.
What do you mean?
Was that a merchant marine ship?
The
No,
Kearsarge? No, it's a LHD.
Oh,
Or an
okay,
LHA,
okay.
one of the two.
Okay. Gotcha.
So it took us from Elizabeth City to Puerto Rico, Rosie Roads.
I loved Rosie Roads. That was so fun.
Yeah.
That was a fun place.
We went down there. I mean, we had a blast while we were down there. And then now we were on the Fort McHenry when we went from friggin' Okinawa to
Korea back to Okinawa.
Korea back to Oki. Yeah. So
You guys literally served together all those years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're like legitimately best friends then, like lifer best friends.
We met at boot camp, like.
Oh dear God Almighty! you freaking Forrest and Bubba.
Willis had to do a lot of push-ups because of me, and I had to do a lot of push-ups because of Willis.
Oh my God, that's so funny, man.
Yeah, anytime
that's
those
awesome.
deeds got in trouble, I got in trouble, and anytime I did anything stupid, he got in trouble. So we and of course we lost track of each other because I got out in 2001, then got recalled back in after 9/11. Well, Gunny had already stayed in and was doing his thing, and of course we lost track of each other for I don't know 10, 15 years there, and then
probably close to 20.
And then the power of Facebook, we reconnected, and lo and behold, he's from Maine originally, but he lives an hour and a half, 2 hours from me. So it's kind of bittersweet. We kind of picked up kind of right where we left off, back then in the day. They say that brotherhood never dies, and we're a living example of that because we kind of like we never missed a beat. So
that's awesome.
I want to give a shout out to everybody
on to events, and they don't know that we know each other, and then we just keep razzing each other back and forth, and then they're like, "You guys know each other?"
That's awesome. That's funny.
I want to give a shout out to the people over on TikTok world that's watching us tonight. So welcome everybody in. We got Navy veteran Trish Leto with us here tonight. Leto. Sorry.
It's all right. It's all right. It's all right.
Say Leto. I want to say like Jared Leto.
Well, because my good buddy Rob Garcia, Doc Rob, tip Doc Rob, he calls me Trish Leto all the time too. I'm like, bro, I don't know how many times I've told you that it's Leto. I'm done now. I'm you say it however you want to. I'm still the same person. My name hasn't changed. Like I'm not changing as a person. It's just my name has a different variation.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
We booger names on this show all the time.
It's all right. I ain't mad at you.
We had one guest for like, how do you pronounce your name? He goes, well, take a stab at it. And so we do come on and we do our thing and we go to introduce him. And Willis boogers it, and then I give a different variation. I booger it, and he comes on and goes, let's pronounce this way. I'm like, and it's the easier of the two. I mean,
you tried too hard.
Way overdid it. Yeah.
Was that Eric? Was that Eric?
So. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Dominiani.
Yeah.
The Italian name. It was like holy cow. But yeah, we butchered it. So let's talk about your transition out, right?
Mm-hmm.
So your personal growth, your overcoming adversity, your sobriety journey. because that's
Mm.
something that you talk about a lot, and the
Yep.
lessons that you learn through multiple career transitions. Because I know a lot of veterans out there, when they get out of the military, they lose that sense of purpose, they lose that sense of camaraderie, and they go down that rabbit hole of using drugs, using alcohol to mask, the demons that are going, not just mask, but try to help combat the demons that we all face.
Yeah.
So how when you got out in your transition, how did you help yourself through your transition, with everything that went on in your life? How
Man,
did
I'm not gonna lie to you, I got pretty damn lucky about a lot of things. I had my parents, my father and my uncle years and years and years ago in the Tampa Bay area owned a restaurant, and and a catering company, and they built a really cool community of people on a local level, right? So they got to be friends with, and financial advisors and doctors and lawyers and all, like all people like different trades. It's one of those, hey, I got a guy for that, you know what I mean? Like
right,
they're those people. I'm that person now, right? So I get out, and I think, you know, I say this all the time, and actually I have a friend of mine that says you need to stop saying that because you contributed. He's like, and he asked me, he goes, were you honorably discharged? I said, absolutely, I did my 4 years. I always say I only served 4 years because I have so much respect for people who are lifers, man, who like did the 20, so when somebody asks me how long were you in, I say, oh, I only did 4 years. My friend told me, stop saying only, say I did 4 years, and say it with confirmation and with pride, because you did 4 solid years. Some people couldn't even do that, right? And it's true. So I'm saying that out loud because I needed to say that for myself, and I know now I'm not the only person that does that. So anybody else out there who, if you served less than a lifetime, with the military, you still served honorably, right? Even if you got medically discharged, no matter what, you served honorably. So for the love of God, like, give yourself some grace and thank the Lord that you're able to be alive right now, right? No matter what, right? Truly.
yeah,
Give yourself some grace and thank you for your service. I don't care if it was 2 years, 4 years, or 20 years, right? And that's something that I had to kind of do because that was part of one of the reasons why I drank a lot when I came home. It's because it's like, oh, I only did 4 years. And then a year after I got out, 9/11 happened.
yeah,
And I wanted to go back in, and my mother begged me not to, like, begged me not, like, tears in her eyes. Please don't go back in. Please don't go back in. So I drank a lot more because I had, I don't want to call it survivor's guilt because that's something different, but it was a, hey, yeah, guilt, definitely guilt, right? Like I felt guilty that I didn't go back in, right?
right,
Um, that I didn't volunteer myself to go back. And so I felt really guilty about that. And then mix in just life in general. And I've grew up around, partying. We'll just put it to you that way, right? Like it was always there. It's always been a part of my life. And then I got married years later, met my husband, my ex-husband, and I got married, and I had two children. And I realized that I think it just kind of dawned on me after one too many, having one too many, right? One too many days of having one too many. And I don't bring shame or guilt into the storytelling that I do now that we're in 2026, because I promised myself the end of last year I wasn't going to bring shame or guilt into 2026, and that's a big part of my sobriety and my recovery for myself. But I will say that I made some very poor choices while under the influence of alcohol, and it negatively impacted my life in a multiple different ways, and I had a lot of demons attached to me. Those who know, who understand, you get it, you get it. And so it was September of it'll be 3 years in September. I had my last day of partying, and I woke up the next morning and I looked in the mirror and I did not recognize woman looking back at me. And I just sat down for a minute and I prayed and I cried, and I went out into the living room and I told my then husband and both of my children, I'm never drinking alcohol again, not a sip. And I haven't had a sip since that day. And
awesome.
it is so hard in the beginning. It is
Yeah.
so hard in the beginning. Because it's not so much, and this is, I think, really important. Those people who are going through it right now, I have so many conversations with other people who have been sober for like over a year, and we talk about this similar thing. It's taking the alcohol away is one piece of it, but when you remove a crutch like that, right, an emotional crutch like that, you're kind of peeling away layers of an onion that you need to get to so that you can get the heart of what the hell made you start drinking that much, or what made you so addicted to that thing. It doesn't matter what it is. It could be anything. And when you do that, it forces you to feel emotions, and all emotions: anger, guilt, shame, sadness, joy, uh kind of wishing that you had it again. You know what I mean? Like you'd like the rush, freaking, it sucks, but it's
Yeah.
true, right? um and I think that that's what got me. Once I learned what it took for me, and there's 100 different things that I could mention, but primarily exercise. I do a lot of working out now. I'm constantly in movement. I'm constantly in movement. I got to be walking, riding my bike, walking my dog. I do weightlifting, um, any kind of movement, biking. I do indoor cycling. I started doing like a TikTok live stream series Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'd go live on TikTok for at least 20 minutes on my Peloton and just listen to worship music. What? Who is she? but like, but this is what I do now, right? Like, so, and cooking, and just, coming up with creative ways to hang out with my kids. And that, like tonight, my son's behind over here, it's giving me a thumbs up. Um, and I am a creative creator. I absolutely I have zero issue whatsoever coming up with content. I come up with content so effortlessly. I've been doing this for 13 years. Everything is content for me. And so I
Yeah.
started really sharing my testimony and my story. And it actually very much surprises me how many people are really starting to reach out more and more now. Like saying, I get screenshots from random strangers on the internet showing me how many days they've been sober because of me.
That's awesome.
Like, what?
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's all like, what? And I tell them, I'm like, hey, make sure you reach out to like a local chapter, like anything, like your church, whoever, like go to a meeting if you need to go to a meeting. Like, because sometimes they'll be like, hey, can we talk? I'm like, I can absolutely no problem. I have no problem talking to you. But please remember, I'm not a therapist. I'm
Yeah.
not, that's not, I can't, I'm not certified to do that. Right? You matter, your life matters 100%, but I also am living my life right now, and I work a 9 to 5 job, and I'm also an entrepreneur, and I'm a mom. You know what I mean? I could get on phone calls with people, and it can go for hours. That being said, if you are ever, and I want to say this out loud because this gets very light. If you are ever having any kind of a problem and you wanted somebody to text, I'm on Facebook. You can message me and just say, hey, I could really use a quick reminder of why I shouldn't have that drink or have that whatever. And I'll pour
Yeah.
life into you, and I'll pray over you in a heartbeat. Like, that's not
Yeah.
a problem for me.
I'm the same way. Like, so I was already a drinker before I joined the Marine Corps. So I
Mhm.
grew up in Barstown, very, very abusive childhood, right? So I was already, by the age of 16, I was already consuming bourbon. Of course, when you live in bourbon capital, that's kind of what you drink. Um,
Right.
so when I joined the Marine Corps, the drinking kind of amplified a little bit, but not as, it didn't go from 0 to 100, but it did
Mm.
amplify. So, partying on the weekends with the Marines and drinking, you know, getting drunk every weekend pretty much, right?
Yeah.
And then, unless we were in the field or something, and then after I caught my first wife cheating on me, it really took a deep dive. I was drinking pretty much every night. And luckily, I had a good chain of command that uh, took care of me when they realized that the alcohol was taking over, from doing my normal job. And
Mhm.
they're like, "Hey, we're going to send you to detox." So I went to detox, and then I did the AA program, and I didn't get busted down. I didn't lose rank, which was a plus. That's why I say I had a good chain of command that took care of me.
Absolutely.
And then I didn't touch alcohol for many, 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 many years later. And now when I drink 1 or 2, and then I'm done. Like, it's like a social kind of thing. Because it back in the back of my brain, it's like, all right, you could easily slip back into that cycle. So when I go out, my wife and I, we've been together for 23 years, and she's seen me drunk twice in 23 years.
Holy
And
smokes.
both times we were out of country. We had no kids, no responsibilities,
Yeah.
and I let loose. And one of them happened to be with another Marine that I had met in the Dominican Republic. He was from New York. He was from New York. We were in the pool, and we just found each other, as Marines do. We found each other, and me and
Sound right, Willis. Jeez,
Oh my God.
You need to learn how to rephrase all of that.
well,
Like,
Marine,
all of it. Every bit of it.
listen. We could spot other Marines. We could spot other Marines, bro. You know that. We can.
Yeah, but
Anyhow,
we were in the Dominican, and
Hey,
we just
my
found
box
each
of crayons
other,
are in
and
the
we're
mail, homie.
pool, and I'm like, oh my God.
I got a bunch of crowns up top here. But anyway, so me and him were hanging out. I was sitting in the pool, swim up bar. Alcohol was free because it's all inclusive. I had my 42-ounce Yeti cup, and they would just refill it. And when you're in the pool, you don't feel the effects. But I tell you what, after I got out of the pool, I felt it then. But yeah, so that slippery slope, it's always in my brain. Hey, when you're out and about, don't drink more than you need to drink. And so it's like I said, 1 or 2 drinks and I'm done. And like I'll buy a 6-pack of whatever, Jim Beam and Coke or Jack Daniels and Coke, whatever. And what, Gunny? Whoa. Yes, he was wearing Crayola swimming trunks. No, I don't know if he was or not. I can't remember. But it's subconsciously I'm like, no, I can only drink 1 or 2 and I'm done. So
Yeah. No,
yeah.
I won't even test it. But now it's cool though now, because now there's like so many new new types of social tonics and things like that. Like I tried a couple different brands out there. I'm not going to name any brands. I don't want to get you guys in trouble, but there's a bunch of them now. They've got like nootropics in them and like ashwagandha. Some of them have a wee bit of THC or whatever.
Yeah.
And listen, I'm feeling good in the neighborhood and I'm not hammered. And I'm like, all right, I see you.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining. I do a little UGC work for him, and bada bing, bada boom. I'm getting free stuff and I'm making money.
Hey, that's all that matters right there is you got to
That's
take care
right.
of you and your own.
That's
And
right.
you built your brand to bring in, that money to help support your family. So nobody can hold that against you. So
That's right.
Gunny, you got any questions?
No, man. I'll interject if I do.
So how can people find you on all your social media platforms and all of that good jazz?
So on Facebook, I am Trish Leto, Leto. On TikTok, I'm a completely different name and it's funky, but it's Trishizzle Fo Shizzle UGC gal.
Yeah, you're gonna have to send that to me so I can follow
And
you
there's
on
a reason. There's a reason why I did that, by the way, and I'm gonna tell it to you very quickly, because when I tell people when they're building their brand and they want to be a brand that's like unforgettable, especially for TikTok, because so many people go live on that platform. When I go into a live streamer's room and they see me pop in and I start throwing down some a daily heart me or some roses or whatever, just some gifts, and they're like, oh shit, Trish Shizzle Fo Shizzle Gen X UGC gal in the house, Trish Shizzle Fo Shizzle, and they say my name 100 times and they start laughing. They're like, that's a funny name. I'm like, I just made you say my name.
Yep.
You just said my name.
For free.
15 times. And
For free.
for free. And now all these freaking people are following me like crazy, right? And then they go see my content and they realize why my screen name is Trishizzle Faux Shizzle, because I'm cray cray and it's fun and I have a great time with my content. I do whatever the hell I want.
Yeah,
That's it.
TikTok is a finicky beast. If
It's
you
such
don't
a
know the
beast.
Yeah, if you don't know the algorithm and all of that. So like tonight, when I went live on it tonight, it said that our audience was restricted because content was not original, and it was during the intro part of the show. And I'm like,
Oh, yeah, they're getting, you know what? Best of luck to you. Just all I'm going to tell people is never give up. Just don't ever give up. Just keep
Well, and
posting the content and have a good time.
it's the music. That's what it is, right?
Oh, okay.
Any time that you have some type of music, whether it's from that you downloaded or you have the
Yep.
rights to, it's always going to pop up something like that. And when it
Yeah.
changes so often, and maybe someone else has a similar beat that they're using, and that's what it picked up on. It's just crazy.
either
how
that or
it
either
works.
that or the video. I mean,
Yeah.
because it could have been the video. Because I
Yeah,
know
the images in the video, or
I know the song itself is AI that I created, and I have not heard that anywhere else or the beat anywhere else. So I have a feeling it's probably going to be the video, which
Mhm.
is video that I've taken from other sources and meshed together to make one. So I guess
Yeah.
I'm going to have to come up with a whole new video and do it myself. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out. Me and Gunny might have to do some road tripping and take some video of bases or stuff. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
No, right on. No, yeah, have a good time with it. I'm real underscore Trish underscore Leto on Instagram, and if I can leave you with any bit of basically like a tip for doing better stuff on social media, keep in mind that you know anything and everything that you use on a regular basis, you can promote the thing, right? You got to reach out to the brand and say, hey, I'm already using your thing, I really like it, and I'd love to work with you and do some UGC work with you. UGC stands for user generated content. I do a lot of content about this, teaching what it is, but be consistent with your content. And TikTok and um, IG's, I think their algorithm are very similar right now, but I think that IG's really taken a lot of this stuff and just pushing it through their FYP a lot better, a lot more effortlessly, right? So I've got a couple videos that on TikTok that maybe got 400 or 500 views, and then it popped viral with over 100,000 views overnight on Instagram, right?
Oh
So it's
man.
like, but I will say this, and this is the best tip that I can give you. If you're gonna get started on any of these platforms, just be consistent. Don't worry about how many views you get on it. And then to keep in mind that once you go viral, every piece of content that you push out after you've gone viral, that just pushes into the algorithm to say,
Yeah.
hey, this is a consistent creator, and that's going to push your existing viral content back out onto the FYP every time. So I have
Okay.
a video that went viral in August of last year. Okay. I've got, I don't know, um, 760,000 views on it, I think now, as since August of last year. And I'm selling these like wire cloths in the video. I'm still making money every week off of that video
Oh man. Okay.
from selling something that went viral, right? Because people are still, because it gets constantly pushed out in the FYP.
Yeah.
So, and then I had one video that hit over 1 million views a few months ago of me talking to little tween kids about Neatos, little squishy toys. Thank you to the tweens of TikTok for making that video go freaking viral. But it did. It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's crazy. And then me telling about my son telling me a joke. I think that's the one that went viral, over 1 million views. But don't wrap your head around it. Don't even try to wrap your head around it. There's enough people, there's enough content creators out there who teach you for free on their posted content, their reels. They teach you for free exactly how to go viral with your content. If you follow those people and you implement what they're teaching you for free, you'll never have to buy a course. Don't stop buying courses and just do the crap that people are teaching you how to do for free. Try it for a while and see how it works for you. and then you might actually like crack the code and save yourself thousands of dollars and just have a really good time doing it. That's all. I'm going to get off my soapbox now.
No, you're so somebody like us, HomeFront SitRep here, where we're on, TikTok, we're on Facebook, we're on LinkedIn, YouTube, all of that. Our content is, not kind of, we talk with people like you. That's what we share. How would somebody like us go viral with videos that, how would we do that?
You could take a clip of a conversation that might be like something kind of heavy. The thing is that virality is all 100% emotionally triggered. It's either going to be super funny or it's going to be like political or religious. It's something that's like that could like spark like a heavy conversation, like a heavy opinion, anything that's like sparks a heavy opinion, right? Also, if you're on site together and you're doing something fun together, like do a documentary of that and then post a video of like a 30 to 60-second reel and have constant pattern interrupts about it. That's the best way to go viral. So you propose like an issue. It could be just in conversation between the two of you. You're talking about something that maybe was an issue, and you'd be like, oh my God, how did you get through that? How did you get through that? And that could be the very beginning of your video, because that's the hook. Oh my God, how did you get through that? And then the other one, you tell the story. Maybe it's something funny. You're laughing hysterically, and let the laughing hysterically part loop the whole video through. And before you know it, you're going to end up going viral over and over and over again.
Okay.
So anything that hooks people in to be like, what? Because if you start the video of you laughing about something really funny, I'm going to immediately go, oh, what are they laughing about? What was so funny? And then the next clip is what was so funny.
Okay.
Right. So you take pieces of what you've done, and you just kind of like do like little, cut it and paste it into the time lapse that you into the chronological order in order to make it be a hook story and then a wraparound to say, follow us for more like this.
Okay. I'm gonna have
Right?
to pick your brain offline.
So like, I mean, it could be literally, I could be like, that right there is where you're going to start this. And then I'm going to tell you right now, I was laughing hard, and that's what got people to stop their scroll and want to watch the rest of this video.
Okay.
So I just taught you a hook. And now you can take what I just did and then rehook it. And then I can say, and that's how you should start every one of your videos from now on.
Okay. We're going to try that. We're going to have to try that.
Another thing you can do, and this is very silly, but it's so simple. Who are some other content creators that do similar to what you do? Find them and start doing a little bit of a scroll. And when you stop scrolling, take notes of why you stopped scrolling. What about it made you stop your scroll?
Okay.
Right?
I got you.
Was it like me pulling a marker away? That's a visual hook. Was it my hand going like this? That's a visual hook. Was it me blowing like some herbs into the camera? That's a visual hook. So visually hook them, audibly hook them, and then start telling a story or get them or making a recipe, anything. What makes us stop scrolling? Food every time for me, because I'm a fat kid all day long.
Okay.
I will eat anything. So if I'm scrolling along and I see somebody cooking something that looks scrumdiddlyocious, I'm all in. Guaranteed. Nice. Yeah. So you guys could be grilling something together and talking about one of these stories. Right?
Sounds like a cookout, Gunny.
Have fun with it, guys. That's the most important thing, is have fun with it.
All right. So we're going to have to get together, Gunny, make some videos.
Yeah. Good luck with that over the next few
right.
months.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
I don't slow down until December.
Yeah. I'll just start a beef with some other veteran podcaster, and that's what we'll do. We'll find somebody.
Yeah, you could totally do that. Yep. Absolutely.
Somebody we don't like. Or I could talk about veterans that fraud the government.
Ooh.
That'd be a good one, because
that's a clip right there. If all you did was clip that right what you said and said veterans who fraud the government, and then on the top of your video it's POV veterans who fraud the government, and now I immediately want to watch it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, because I know one or two that might have frauded the government, so we could definitely talk about that.
Oh, snapperoos. The last 10 minutes of this video is going to be gold for you to recreate and get some really fun stuff coming through.
Yeah, well, yeah. I'm definitely going to have to pick your brain offline. So, because I'm old. I'm old. I'm 40. I'll be 48, and I'm old, and I don't understand this technology.
You had better
stuff.
simmer down, sir. You had better simmer the hell down. Shots freaking fired, bro. Are you out of your damn mind? You hush your mouth.
There you go. See, I can use that.
Oh my God,
man.
help you.
Willis.
Oh.
I have to say
homie.
it, bro.
I gotta,
Right, Miss Trish.
I gotta get moving, guys. I gotta take my kids to go get some ice cream.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what? I might do the same thing when we get off. Once we close the show, I think I'm gonna get some ice cream too.
Heck
I might
yeah.
have to take the
That
wife
way I
and
don't
go
have
get
to
some
think
ice
about Willis linking up with some dude in the pool and having deep
God.
conversations as they look into each other's eyes. You know what I mean?
Oh,
What
Lord
the
have
hell,
mercy.
Willis? Come on now.
Clip that for sure.
Clip it all. Clip it all.
Yes, clip it all. Clip it all. All right, Miss Trish, thank you again from the bottom of our hearts for coming hanging out with us. And I'm definitely going to call you and pick your brain some more because I need help probably.
I'm actually going to
You
start a
need
Pick
more
My
than what
Brain
she can give
series
you.
where people can like ask me a bunch of questions and then I can just go live and start answering those questions. I think that'd
There
be a
you
lot
go.
of fun. Yeah.
I think that'd
Yeah.
be fun.
Yeah.
You know what? We might have you as a reoccurring guest. That way you can answer questions and stuff.
The Trish Leto Pick My Brain series. I love it.
There
Let's
you go.
do it.
Let's do it.
I'll come on for
All
like
right.
5 minutes and rattle some shit off.
we can definitely do that. So we'll have to be talking afterwards. So
Sir, yes, sir.
You go take care of those kiddos, and Gunny
Yes,
and I
sir.
we're going to wrap up this show. Make sure you go get some shirts and support HomeFront SitRep. So thank you, Miss Trish.
Yes, sir. Y'all have a good one. Take care.
You too. Bye-bye. That was fun. Definitely going to have to pick her brain for sure, Gunny.
She's going to end up blocking you, Willis.
I don't think she's going to block me, bro.
That's good. I mean, it's just, understanding the algorithms of each platform, right? And that's the biggest thing is, for a long time, they all had something different, right?
Yeah.
You're looking at X, you have, what was it? 70, 100 characters to grab somebody's attention, with a 20-second video. And I know they've expanded it a little bit more now. And then, IG was 6 or 8 photos, and now they've expanded that a little bit. Your video time is expanded a little bit, but using your hashtags and making sure that when somebody shares the HomeFront SitRep video, that they are using the hashtag HomeFront SitRep podcast, right? So just getting all that stuff out there. And the same thing with, Facebook and, YouTube and LinkedIn and all the things. But no, it was a good show, and a lot of quick, fast, but good information there at the end.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, it was, dude. I knew when she was going to come on here because I've seen other videos with her, and I knew there was a lot of information out there, and we probably maybe a quarter of what she does.
Not even that, I don't think.
Yeah, and, basically we were getting to know her and kind of what she does and stuff like that, and that's what I love. People are going to go, follow her now and say, hey, let's see what she's all about. So
yeah.
All right, Gunny, you ready?
Yep.
Gunny's words of wisdom.
So obviously we didn't have a show Memorial Day, and I missed the one before because of a screw up on the computer here. But the curse of a veteran is that they truly know what made this country free.
Say that again for the people in the back.
The curse of a veteran is that they truly know what made this country free.
Ooh, so true. Oh my God, that's so true.
Whether you serve during peacetime or conflict, that price is there always.
Mm. That was a heavy one, Gunny. That
I
was.
mean, again, that would have been last week had I
Thank
been
you,
able
Tom.
to make the show on Saturday. Oh no, I didn't go do the show on Saturday because the wife surprised me with the date.
Yes, the wife
That's why it
surprised you
wasn't.
with the date.
So that would have been last Saturdays, had the wife not made plans without me knowing it, knowing that we have a show on Sundays and Mondays. Yep,
Yeah,
it is what it is.
it is what it is. It was something sweet.
It was something.
You had a good time, bro.
I did. You know, we went and watched Devil Wears Prada 2. If you've seen the first one, they talk about a lot of things that happened in the first one, and they bring a lot of the things from the first one into this one. So I mean, it's a rom-com, but it's good. It was a good flick. I'd see it again, but not pay the money to go see it again. If that makes
Right.
sense.
Yeah, it definitely. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Just like the new Star Wars. Micah took me to see that. I'd watch it again, but I wouldn't pay
The money for
watch
it.
it again. I mean, I'd watch it again when it comes out on Disney, but that's about it.
Well, that's like the Avatar Fire and Ash. Like, it's supposed to be out on Disney soon. I haven't seen it. My daughter went and seen it in the theater, and she's like, "Dad, just wait for it to come out."
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I like the Avatar movies, but she's like, "Dad, it ain't worth going seeing in the movie theater." I was like, "All right, roger that."
Yeah,
So
for sure.
all right, it's that time.
It's time for the joke of the day.
What does a pickle say when he wants to play cards? Deal me in.
Jesus.
Oh,
You know, you just need to look up a whole thing like corny dad jokes. That's what you need to be telling.
bro.
Just like that
So
one.
this, I
Like,
mean, I could go to
how do you
dad
make a
jokes.
tissue dance? You throw a
Here.
little boogie in it.
So here you go. Here's a funny dad joke. How do you make holy water?
Mm.
You boil the hell out of it.
Oh yeah. You know what Miles says to me today? So I want
What?
when you spend time on the coast, you get that nice salty layer on your vehicle, right? So we go and wash the truck. I go grocery shopping, and we're coming back. And he's like, Dad, Confucius say, men who go to bed with a stinky butt wake up, or itchy butt wake up with smelly finger. I'm like, what? He says, Confucius say, men who go to bed with itchy butt wake up with smelly finger. I'm like, God almighty.
Oh man, I love
That's why you
that.
take a shower before you go to bed.
Yeah, I love that. All right, Gunny, it is that time of night.
Yeah,
my
man.
friend. Let's do it.
Yeah, you're not alone. You still have worth. You still have value. Surround yourself with people that are going to build you up and not tear you down. And don't let the dark days win. Know that you do not have to be a product of your environment. You
Amen.
have the ability to change.
In the silence of your struggles, remember, though unseen, you are deeply held in the hearts of others. You are not alone. Sorry, TikTok is. The uniform may come off, but the bond remains, and together we heal, together we rise, and together we carry each other forward. And the key word there is together. We have to do this together. We can't do it individually. So together we heal, together we rise, and together we carry each other forward. As you can see, I'm wearing Be Someone Stranger. That's one of our mottos here on HomeFront SitRep. And what I mean by that is we as humans are more apt to talk to a complete stranger than the ones we love the most. So be someone stranger today. When you're out and about and you see somebody and it looks like they're having a bad day, go up to them and say, "Hey, how are you doing today?" And if they give you the red flags, "I'm okay, I'm hanging in there, I'm living a dream," ask the next hard question. How are you really doing? And be ready for that conversation. It could be a 5-minute conversation. could be an 8-hour conversation. You never know what you're getting into. And just listen. Sometimes we just need to get it off our chest. And we don't want somebody to fix us. We just want somebody to listen to us.
And it takes a village. Use your people. We can't do this alone. No matter how much we think that we can do this thing called life alone, we need people because we get in a funk, and we need those people that we surround ourselves with, whether it's 2, 4, 14, whatever it is, to help bring us up out of that hole when we're in it.
Yeah, for sure. Sean, add me on Facebook. David Willis Jr., or just message me on the HomeFront SitRep, and we can link up that way. All right, now it's a fun time of night, my friend. We get to talk about our community partners that we partner with, not sponsors, but people that we support here on HomeFront SitRep. And the first one we're going to talk about is
SOFmissions.org. Shield of Faith Missions down in Tampa, doing great things. Matter of fact, they just had a clinic this past weekend. It's a 5-day clinic where they focus on your individual mental, spiritual, physical, and social health / well-being. The entire program down there is catered to you, the individual. And they do 2 women's groups a year, and they also include first responders. If you choose to do so, they do have a 365-day aftercare program where they will send you your supplements, check up on you. I've got a great workout program I'm doing with the guy we met down there, Chris May, who comes in and does the physical training piece. But yeah, just great group of people doing things for the right reasons for those who serve this country, to include our first responders.
Amen. 365 days after you leave the clinic. Not many organizations out there do that, where they actually physically either call you, send you an email to check on you.
Yeah.
And if you got a problem or a question, you can always reach out to the care team, because the number that we had, I guess it's the same number for every clinic that goes through there.
Yeah.
But if you need to reach out to somebody, you just text that number and say, hey, I need to talk to somebody, and somebody will call you or text you back, and have a conversation with you. And the good thing is that number goes to the whole team. So if somebody's too busy and they can't answer, then somebody else will answer. So 365 days they take care of you. And man, when it comes to nonprofits, you got your big ones, and then you got your mom and pop grassroots, and then you got your middle tier. Well, these guys are middle tier, top of the middle tier, for what they do. So
For sure.
I love them, and they they really make you feel like you're at home when you're there, like you belong there. No matter what you're going through. We had one guy that was there that uh said his circle was small, like 2 people, and he didn't really talk about a whole lot of the things that happened in his life. And by the time we were done, his circle had grew 12 more bodies.
Yeah.
So it's man, it's amazing. So check out sofmissions.org. Up next is Heroes Media Group. Homefront SitRep has been a HMG family member for 3 years. Man, I can't thank Adam Bird enough for everything that he does for us here at Homefront SitRep and everybody else that's on the HMG network. I mean, he is phenomenal.
Matter of fact, he just chimed in there on the comment section.
Yeah, he did. There he is right there. Welcome in, Adam. We were just talking about you, sir. So check out heroesmediagroup.com. Adam is phenomenal. Everything that goes on within the HMG family is amazing. Adam's got his hand in a little bit of everything. So go check out heroesmediagroup.com. Up next is Reese Across America Radio. Homefront SitRep has been on Reese Across America Radio now for 2.5, almost 3 years. We're Thursday nights, 11 p.m. Eastern. You can find us on reacheacrossamerica.org/radio, or you can download the Audacity app, iHeartRadio app, or the TuneIn app. and search the word Reese, and you can find us there. What's going on, Steve-O? Welcome in, brother. Up next is sameflagsameoath.com. Man, I love this partnership with Matt and Becky Johnson outside of Katy, Texas. They created our amazing shirts for us. Granted, we gave them some ideas of what we wanted. And Matt is like, man, I can do that for you. And man,
Knocked it out of the park for sure. 100%.
So you can actually go to HomeFront SitRep.com, click on the merch, and see all of our shirts and our hats there as well. So go check out HomeFront SitRep.com merch. Up next is Elite Engraving, which you can also find on our merch site. Gunny has all kinds of Elite Engraving hats.
I'm ate up, man. I am freaking ate the hell up with some Elite Engraving. I mean, hell, I got another one over there too. So
yeah, so go check out EliteEngraving24.com. Small veteran-owned company here in Campbellsburg, Kentucky, in between Gunny and myself. So check out.
And they do more than just hats too. Let me emphasize that. I mean, got a nice koozie here with the Warriors on a Cruise logo on it, but they do woodwork, metalwork, anything basically laser engraving they can do. It's just an amazing husband-wife team that put out great products. So yeah, go check them out for sure.
Yeah, and the husband, he's video shy. So go check out EliteEngraving24.com. Up next is
Valor Coins and Pins, owned and operated by Brent and Brian Casey, the grandsons of the late Herschel Woody Williams. Anything you need, challenge coin wise, pin wise, like finisher style medals, poker chips, Brent and Brian will take care of you for sure. Great products. They produced our HomeFront SitRep challenge coin, along with many of the other ones that are over my, it's my right shoulder. Is it right for you?
It'd be left for me looking at your
my right
screen.
shoulder. But yeah, so it's a good deal. I mean, and Brent's a good deal, Army veteran. So, and a portion of the proceeds from those coins from you ordering goes to support the Herschel Woody Williams Foundation. Yeah, RDC shoes, man. I tell you, before we get into talking about Darren and his wife, there was just a golf outing today. Had I known that he was going to be there, 40 minutes from the house, and I would have gone. But Darren Davis, Marine veteran, former law enforcement officer, him and his wife started RDC Shoes. Great shoe company. He's Marine, former law enforcement. Right now, they have the Patriot and the Glory, both red, white, blue shoes. One supports the Herschel Woody Williams Foundation. The other supports Folds of Honor that gives grants and scholarships to children of Purple Heart recipients and those who have fallen.
Yeah, I love my Patriots that I wear. They're upstairs, or I would show them to you because normally they're on the shelf above me, but they're upstairs at the current moment in time because I wore them this weekend for the graduation. Because man, they're just so freaking comfortable. I love them. So check out rdcshoes.com. And then last but not least, like I said a while ago, HomeFrontSitRep.com. Go check it out. I need to update it some, but we do have all of our merch on there. The shirts are comfortable. I mean, they're awesome. So go check out the website. And what's up, Rich LaMonica? How are you, sir? All right, Gunny. It is that time of night.
Before we log off, the nation lost a true hero within the past couple of days. Medal of Honor recipient from Vietnam, Bruce Crandall, passed away. A lot of people will know him from the movie We Were Soldiers as Snake Six, and he passed away either today or yesterday. I can't remember, but hold the Medal of Honor recipients that are still living in your thoughts and prayers, along with Bruce's family.
Amen. Amen. You know what, Gunny? That was a fun episode, I will have to say.
Man, she's got energy.
Dude, yeah. So I don't know if Adam's still in here, but Adam, thank you for connecting me with Trish. Sure. She was phenomenal. So,
Yeah,
all right,
also,
ladies.
you weren't here earlier, but thanks for the gift. There'll be one coming your way too, Adam. Thank you.
Yeah, he might still be in here. I don't know. But anyway, like we always say on HomeFront SitRep, stay safe out there. We got your
Your
six.
6.